おはようございます。今日は4月8日の水曜日です。Here are your announcements for Wednesday, April 8th. Urbandale Food Pantry is open today from 10 to 1 and 2 to 5. Grab and go meals are at 6 locations throughout Urbandale. I sent an email out about makeups and retakes. I've actually had a couple of those, so if you wanted to do some makeups and retakes, let me know. Today, from 11 to 12, if you are a senior and your last name starts with A through H, Herff Jones will be at the Urbandale High School Library. That's from 11 to 12, A through H. From 12 to 1, I through P. And from 1 to 2, last names Q through Z. So if you are a senior and you're looking to pick up your announcements and your invitations for graduation, those are the times to be at the Urbandale High School Library. Shelter in place, please, folks. It's getting serious, so the numbers are still rising. So be careful, and please drive safely. All right, today I'm going to be reading to you from The Pig That Wants to Be Eaten: 100 Experiments for the Armchair Philosopher by Julian Baggini. So, pretty fun book. I've talked about maybe having some kind of ethics course at the high school. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I think it would be a fun idea. I think it would be interesting for students. So I'm going to be reading a little bit from The Pig That Wants to Be Eaten. Preemptive justice. Damn liberals. Chief Inspector Andrews had worked miracles in this city. Murders down 90%, robberies down 80%, street crime down 85%, car theft down 70%, but now she was in the dock and all that good work in jeopardy. Her police authority was the first in the country to implement the newly legalized preemptive justice program. Advances in computing and AI now made it possible to predict who would commit what sort of crime for all sorts of reasons. People could be tested as part of a random program or on the basis of a specific suspicion. If they were found to be future criminals, they would then be arrested and punished in advance. Andrews did not think the scheme draconian. In fact, because no crime had been committed at the time of the arrest, sentences were much more lenient. A future murderer would go on an intense program designed to make sure they didn't go on and kill. It would only be released when tests shows they wouldn't. Often that meant detentions of less than a year. Had they been left to actually commit the crime, they would have been looking at life imprisonment, and more importantly, a person would be dead. But still, these damn liberals protested, and they protested that you can't lock someone up for something they didn't do. Andrews grimaced and wondered how many she could pull in for testing. Source's Minority Report, directed by Steven Spielberg and written by Philip K. Dick. So, stated boldly, the idea that you could be locked up for crimes you have not committed looks like the epitome of injustice. But in fact, we do already punish people for behavior that could, but does not lead to harm. For example, we punish reckless driving, even if no one is hurt. Conspiracy to murder is a crime, even though no murder is attempted. So what would be wrong with punishing someone for a crime we knew they would commit before they committed it? Consider the main justifications for punishment: reform, public protection, retribution, and deterrence. If someone is going to commit a crime, then their character is as much in need of reform as if they had actually done so. Therefore, if punishment is justified on the grounds of reform of the criminal, it is justified preemptively. If someone is going to commit a crime, they are at least as much a danger to the public as if they had actually done so. Therefore, if punishment is justified on the grounds of public protection, it is justified preemptively. If the aim of punishment is to deter, then making people realize they will be punished before committing the crime should deter people from even harboring criminal thoughts. Retribution is the one justification of punishment that doesn't fit preemptive justice. However, in many ways, it is the weakest of the four justifications, and arguably reform, deterrence, and protection together are justification enough. Does that mean the case for preemptive justice is made? Not quite. We have not yet considered the possible negative effects of implementing such a system. Creating a society in which our thoughts are being policed may so undermine our sense of freedom and trust in the authorities that the price is just too high. There is also the possibility that the deterrence effect could spectacularly backfire. If people fear they will be punished for thoughts they cannot help having, they may lose the sense that they are in control of their criminality. If you cannot be sure you can keep yourself on the right side of the law, you may care less about being on the wrong side of it. As our scenario is a thought experiment, we can simply stipulate that the system works perfectly. However, there are reasons for doubting such a scheme could ever become a reality. In the film of Philip K. Dick's book, Minority Report, which is developed on a similar scenario, the ultimate message is that human free will can always step in right up to the last minute and pull back from doing what is predicted. We may not be as free as the movie imagines, but nevertheless, there may be good reasons for thinking that human behavior can never be predicted with 100% accuracy. And that's from The Pig That Wants to Be Eaten. Have a great day.